So welcome back to Calorie Counter App. How to make it. We are now on episode 27. So just to wrap up what we have done, we have created a profile so they can change their profile, the data or gender, measurements, height. You can set new goals, change your weight, change your target, how you want to do it. We have categories. You can open one, edit, add and delete categories. And we have food. You can go into any food you want and view it, and you can edit it and you can delete it or create new food. Now I want to make home. So I was thinking we could have these types of meal: breakfast, lunch, before training, after training, dinner, snacks and supper. And I think we should just assign numbers to them so everyone knows that these are the different types of meals. So what I want to do now is just to make a list here over the different categories of or types of food, these, and underneath there have everything we have eaten for them. So I think the easiest thing to do is just to do that first. So we have to go to our layout home. Fragment home, here it is. And I will just go to another fragment and just copy the layout so we have something to work with. Maybe the fragment for goal is a good template. So fragment home, just paste it here. So now we have a scroll view. So I was thinking we first could just enter these into our strings. Breakfast, lunch, before training, after training, dinner, snacks and supper. Okay, so these are the strings. Breakfast, lunch, before training, after training, dinner, snacks and supper. So now we have the strings ready. So we can go to our fragment home. So I just want to change the first string here, the status, to breakfast. So text view, headline breakfast, string breakfast. It looks like this. And left to the breakfast I want a plus. So we just launch our favorite browser, Firefox of course. We go to Android, material icons. Oh, we have it, we have the add. Yeah, we already have the plus, so we don't need to look for it. So we just need an image view. So let's find an image view. Images, image view. And use we have to make one. If we go to drawable and we create, we have this one, the action add. We just copy the code and create new drawable resource file. Go to IC menu, add, paste it, and just change this fill color to black. And then go to fragment home, and now we can try to put it on image view here. And just select the plus, and here we have a plus. Okay. And just remove all of the unnecessary things here. And then we just close breakfast. So we put it into a table. Table layout, table row, image, and text view, table row, table layout. So it looks like this. Looks really cool. So what I was thinking is that this will be our headline, the breakfast, and we can click it to add breakfast. And I will do this with all of the other meals also that we came up with here. Let's just do breakfast, and then we can copy the code for breakfast for everything else. Oh, looks really nice. So let's give the plus an ID, image view, breakfast add, or add breakfast. Yeah, add breakfast. Looks really nice. Okay, let's go to our home. Home fragment. Okay, and let's clear this code a bit. So just open another fragment. Class variables. So this is just as we have done with everything else. Just clear the fragment code because there are so many different things that doesn't make any sense here. So it was the constructor, and then it's the creating fragment, the onCreate, we don't need it, just put it a bit further down. Oh, did I actually delete some code here? String. I deleted these, we need them also. Okay, next is the constructor, we had that. Activity created, on create view, set main view, create options, and our own methods. So I think we have everything now. Oh, we got some error. I think maybe I deleted too much. statement has empty body. And here was one error. I think there are all errors are gone now. So yeah, okay. We are in the home fragment. We've set the title to home. We set the design to fragment home. We don't want to use any menu, so we'll remove that part. And here we have everything ready now. So let's make a listener for this image. So we'll just make a method. Initialize home. So private void initialize home. And just make a comment also. So we need image listener. Android. There we can copy the image button. I think it's almost the same. It's image. Let's go to fragment home and see. Image view. The activity. Find view by ID. And the ID of it was image view add breakfast. And put an on-click listener for it. We have to import image view. And here is our code. So we need a new method, and I think we'll call it add food. And we need the meal. Meal, I think it's meal number. I just have to see on database what we created. Category, food diary, meal number. Yes, this is the meal number. Meal number. So let's run add food meal number, and the meal number is 0 for breakfast. Okay, so just run the code, see that it's no errors. Yeah, no errors. And then test that it works. Post.make text, type activity, breakfast, length, short, show. Yeah, breakfast. Okay. So I think we should add a new design. So what I was thinking is that we could do like this. When you click breakfast, you come to a site where you can choose the food. So let's make a new layout. New layout resource file. Fragment, home, add food, add food. I think it's enough. Add food. Don't think we need any more. Okay, then you come here, and I think we only should make a menu up here and then a list view. So let's make it easy. Just make a list view for now. Or maybe category, subcategory, and then food. Yeah, that would be better. So categories. Just go to categories. Copy the code for categories. We go to food and. Segment home add food. Paste it. List view. So we call it list view categories. You can be list view categories. I'm just thinking how we could do this smart. So I'm thinking maybe it should be named fragment home add food select category. Oh, let's skip list view add food. I will call list view add food. Okay, let's go to home fragment. Okay, so now we want a list. So let's go to categories fragment. And where is the method? Populate list. Here it is. Just copy this code. And just remove this show. And on click, just remove that also. We need to make it easy at the start. And the list cursor is outside. So let's move it outside. Okay, the parent ID. So add food, parent ID. Let's say that we want that also in our class here, in parent ID. String parent ID. This is string parent ID. But we need to remember it should be the category. So let's call it category parent ID, and let's have string at start. String category parent ID. Okay, let's send that in. Get the list back. and we need to find our list view. Let's do add food. So we should have a list now. Okay. Oh, it stopped working. So let's do a few things at a time. Let's not set the adapter. Okay, click. It says it stopped working. Okay, nothing happened. Yeah, I think I know what we have done wrong. We haven't changed the design. So we need to change the design. And we have a method for that. So let's start changing the design. Set view. Set main view. R dot ida dot right. I don't remember the code for it. Yeah, this is it. Fragment, home, add food. Okay, then we can remove the comments on the set adapter also. Yeah, we are home, and here we have it, but very small list. Why was it so small? The smallest list ever. So it has to be something with the previously designed to do. What was it? It was fragment home. So let's say let's fill parent. Okay, what is wrong? This was very strange. Let's try to remove relative layout. Looks like it takes the same space as the previous design had. So can just test it. If we go to home, and if we try to add, what was the next? Lunch. And then try to run it, so we can see if it uses the same as the previous design. Yeah, it looks like it got bigger now. But this is very strange. So let's say that this has a margin bottom for 108. Let's see if it takes all this space now. Breakfast. No, it does not. Okay, so it doesn't use the previous design. So it's something with this code. So let's go to categories. Fragment categories. Let's try to copy this one more time. Oh, very strange. Because we use the same code in categories and it's full screen. But in home, it's not full screen. Doesn't make any sense at all. So I need to Google this. Okay, so we were struggling with the list being too small, and I'm just thinking that we should make a new fragment for home, for adding food. So let's go just to our class here and just go for package and go for fragment blank. And the name should be home add food fragment. Or can we add food fragment? But yeah, it has to be a good name. Add food to diary fragment. So you're adding food to your diary. Finish. Okay, so we know that in our main activity that this fragment has to be written in. So we need to do that. Add food to diary fragment on fragment interaction listener. Okay, we have that now. So we can go to our home fragment and add our add food. When we initialize home, we go to add food. We send in 0 because it's breakfast. And it's enough. So at our add food, we can go to, we need to change the fragment here. So here is the code for it to change the fragment. Categories fragment, I think we changed it here. Here is the code for changing fragment, yeah. Okay, manager, get activity, get support. And we're going to change to add food timer fragment. That didn't work. Let's try this odd code. So get support fragment manager, it's located in get activity. Okay, so fragment class is add food to diary fragment. And we try to put this inside fragment for a new instance, and then we get activity, get support fragment manager, and then we replace it. So let's try this. The warning system for Windows is annoying. Okay, stopped working. Let's try it now. I have tested a bit, so I will just delete what I have tested with. Okay, so nothing is happening now. So strange that didn't work. Just want to try another class. Let's go for food fragment. Okay, so it's just a small error in our class here. Maybe it's import, yeah. This is it. This should be changed to something else. So let's change this to support version 4 app fragment. And here we are, hello black fragment. Okay, so let's go to our black fragment. Add food to diary. And this should be a list, the same as categories. List view. Add food to diary. Let's just call it that. And let's go to our add food to diary fragment. Just do a bit cleanup. Make the classes, class variables, action button toolbar, we don't need that. Can have them. And the list cursor, I want it to be named list cursor category. And this is the constructor. This was the create fragment. On create, on activity created. And our title is add food to diary. On create view. And just remove it down here, and our category or name this fragment add food to diary. This is the change view method. Create options. Options item selected. And then our method, and then fragment method. So we don't need any of these. Okay, let's just check that we don't get any errors. No errors, and we don't want a plus. So we'll just remove this. It has options menu. Add food to diary. So what I was thinking now is that we really don't know if it's breakfast or what it is we are trying to add. And that can be a problem. So we need to pass some from home. We need to pass this variable. So let's go to our home fragment. So somewhere here we need to add the variable meal number. Pass fragment variable to another fragment. This is from fragment to activity, but this is not what we want. Okay, this is what we want. So we have to go to home fragment. And this is where we are changing fragment. Then variable. Fragment 2 is add food to diary. Add food to diary. And we have a fragment manager here. Begin transaction, replace. So it should be like something like this. I don't know if this works. So let's try to run it. Okay. Maybe it's here. So let's try to print bundle. Oh, so we got it. So in our whole fragment we need to set the key as a number and the value as the main number. As a string. So let's test it now. Meal number equals to 0. So this is test data. no tablet. We make a new number here. And now we just need to go appear from the string. So 1, 2 in the string. So this would also be a good topic. Maybe this one. Yeah, this didn't work. Just there. String number equals to bundle dot get string number. No. Here's 0. New number like this one. Okay, let's try this one. Meal number 0. So now it's working. Now we have the meal number. Okay. Let's just populate the list of categories then. Populate list with categories. So left void populate list with categories. implement also categories fragment. And it had the string parent ID. String parent ID. String category parent ID. So let's make that one also. And we want to have categories here. So parents first. Okay. So just copy the text. Let's not implement onClick yet. So this was the list cursor category. And our list, you add food to diet. Okay. Parent ID, string category parent ID. So now we should have a list of all categories. And yeah, we actually did. Super. So let's implement the onClick. So string category parent ID equals to 0. Then we can say that category list item is clicked.